Hello, my name is Ben Bullock. I'm going to talk about some dispositions that I have that I think will strengthen me when I become a first year teacher, as well as dispositions that I need to work on before I become a first year teacher. Also, I'm going to talk about how these dispositions demonstrate my ability to understand other cultures, genders, and learning differences. And finally, how do I anticipate using these feedback from annual performance evaluations? So jumping right in, some dispositions that I have that I believe that I have that will make me a strong or a good teacher is that I understand that students are different, that we're not all on the same playing field, whether that be just different genders from over time, different ethnicities, and learning differences. So I look forward to and I'm excited just to learn about these different students and where they come from in that sense. So I like the learners. I like to let the students know that they're valued and I care about them and I am interested in knowing about them, as well as promoting just respectful communication among the community. That there's no point in school to be hurtful or rude to each other. Um, I value what the students say because I think what every student comes from a different background, which I think helps benefit the class. I personally come from a big family. I have 14 siblings. My family does foster care and we've adopted as well over the years. So we have just a lot of different backgrounds and ethnicities and just different learning styles that I think have helped me a lot in becoming a teacher here in a few years. From there, jumping into weaknesses that I need to work on is just how to work with students that English isn't their first language in those dialects, and work with the student of mine to figure out ways of what I can do to help them and make sure that they are learning, as well as also being a thoughtful and responsive listener and observer. Those are things that I've tended to just tune out in this over the years, especially because of my learning disability. If it wasn't interesting to me, I just kind of tuned it out, and that is something that I need to work on. And how to tackle that, I think, in my first year teaching is really pushing myself and letting other teachers be aware that this is what I struggle with. I need help, so that it's not just myself holding me accountable. I will have other faculty members and a team helping me to work on becoming a thoughtful and responsive listener and observer with, being present in meetings and observing other classes. Um, Jumping into how do these dispositions demonstrate my ability to understand other cultures, genders, and learning. Again, growing up in a big house with just different genders and ethnicities and cultures and learning styles, I think has prepared me for all of that. I lived in a house predominantly of women, which has helped a lot. I have brothers and sisters that come from different cultures, with them being Alaska Native and African American, as well as a few of my siblings, and including myself, have learning disabilities in ways that my siblings that don't have any learning disabilities, the way they learn is different from the way I learn. So going in, I already know that there is a difference in how kids are learning. And then I do not believe that I would have a bias teaching. I have a family of teachers, so I've learned just different strategies of how to just avoid any bias in the classroom and for myself personally. Finally, how do I anticipate using feedback from annual performance evaluations? I really look forward actually to my feedback and just performance evaluations. I know that teachers have been there before and they are just going to help me, and that's what these evaluations and observations are for. So I look forward to being able to grow in those areas and becoming a better teacher from those